so right now, the water, we got it up to 185 degrees. It's pretty warm out right now. Ambient temperature outside is 90 degrees off of this. So I want this to be about 170 total, because it should have cooled it off some before I put the grains in it. Now, this is an 18.5 pound grain bill. So as far as big beer goes in quantity, this is the biggest batch I've ever done. But as far as big beer, you know, being like a high alcohol content, no, because you split that in half, it's only 9.25 pounds of grains to pull your sugars from. So it's not going to be a big beer per se as far as alcohol goes, but it's big beer as far as volume because it's a 10-gallon. I don't want to pull any tannins out of this one. I want the idea of this, it's a Saison/Farmhouse ale. So half of the beer is going to be fermented with Saison yeast, and the other half of the beer is going to be fermented with farmhouse ale. So that's where we're at, just over 150, but under 155. We're going to go with that. Looks good. Yeah, take that back in, we'll wash it up. Here, take this with. Alright, now for the starch conversion, it takes an hour. Time to set the timer. There we go. So we got a couple other things to do while that conversion takes place, and then we'll be sparging. Alright, we're gathering the wort. And we are fly sparging. What I did is I've pretty much matched the flow of Mark with the got cooler. He's been kind enough to burn his hand for me. On the aluminum foil, which has a bunch of holes poked in it, so we're maintaining. Actually, I need to back this off just a little bit. I'm pulling more than what you're putting in. So back that off a touch. Try and maintain about 1 inch of water across the top of those, across the top of that, and continue gathering the wort. All right, we've got the whole batch in there heating up. Just a little over 150 degrees. The fly sparge actually worked pretty well. Real happy with that. Gather the rest of the wort. Mash tun's already cleaned out, drying out, and got my ice bath ready for the end of the boil once we get the boil going. So things are going along quite well. Whew, it is sticky. I've got my hop bill together. It's going to be a mix of hops for this one. It's going to be a mix of there's East Kent Goldings, there is Saz, Siren or whatever. I've never seen those before. There's going to be some Fuggle, there's going to be some, I'll put the whole, actually I'll put what I ended up with doing on this and the times and everything when it's all said and done. Got my spices in here. This is going to be good. It's a mixture of coriander, cardamom, and orange peel. So that should work out pretty nice. This is my pre-chiller. Hose full of ice. Try and get it cooled down as fast as I can. I mean, this is a lot of work to try and cool down as fast as I possibly can. I think we're gold. Seven, 6, 5, go. And I didn't lose flame. Can't quite see that probably, but that's really hot steaming water. There's the inside of the brew pot. Not really seeing that. But my hose comes clean from the wall there under the table into this cooler that's full of ice. Whoops, that fell. In to the chiller, down through and out the end, transferring that hot water out of the wort. So we'll see how it's working. That's interesting. That's the Saison, and it's kicking pretty good. That's the Farmhouse. Not so much. That's a liquid yeast, and that's a dry yeast. Very interesting. There we got the fermentation that I was looking for the Farmhouse. It's starting to slow down just a little bit. I mean, but it's a decent bubble. And there's the Saison. It's going along okay. So I was a little worried because this one was a lot slower than what the Saison was. So, but it looks like it's catching up. It might ferment out a little bit slower too. I'm not exactly sure. So